This Double Dresden Pouch tutorial is part of our Pouch Club series for Moda fabrics. You can find information about the pattern and where to get it and kits in the video description below. This is a mini charm based pattern, and one of the great things about mini charms is that they come with a cardboard backer, and this makes a great template. And so I'm going to create my template with that cardboard and then use it to cut out my mini Dresden blades. So just follow along the pattern for the template directions, and once you have those blades cut, you'll fold them in half right sides together and stitch along the top. Once you've sewn across that top edge, make sure that you're back stitching when you do that. You're going to flip this so that it's right sides out, and I like to use a little turning tool. A chopstick would work great here, to sort of tuck that seam in and actually open the seam up so that it lays nice and flat when I go to iron it. To join the blades, you're going to put them right sides together and stitch along one long edge. You do want to be sure that you backstitch at the beginning and the end of these to make sure that they're secure. For this pouch, you're going to need a set of 8 blades and a set of 10 blades. And you can see here that I have pressed the seams between the blades open so that everything will lay nice and flat and reduce some bulk. The next step is to prepare your exterior pieces. I've already added the interfacing to the exterior panels, and here you can watch how I'm just going to curve the bottom seams using a circle template included in the pattern. You're going to trim both bottom corners of the 2 different exterior panels as well as the 2 lining panels. The next step is to place the Dresdens, and we're going to put the larger one in the bottom right corner and the smaller one in the top left corner. And the important thing when you're arranging these is to make sure that the circle applique that we're going to put in the middle is going to cover the raw edges of the bottom of the Dresden as well as all the way to the edge of the pouch exterior. So you can see that I'm making a few adjustments here. Once I have them positioned as I'd like them, I'm going to pin them in place and then head over to my sewing machine and top stitch the blades to the exterior. You can see here that these have now been top stitched to the exterior, and I have some excess that's laying over the edge, and so I'm going to flip it over and just trim in line with the exterior sides. I've prepared my circle appliques by drawing a circle on some interfacing, adhering it to the wrong side of some lining fabric, and then cutting that out. And I'm going to pin these in place, being sure to cover the raw edges and all the way to the edge of the exterior, and then head over to my machine and I'll show you how I applique these. So I'm going to use a zigzag stitch here, and I've shortened the stitch a little bit so that they're closer together. And I'm also going to be aligning it so that when my needle is down on the right, it's next to the outside edge of the applique shape. And you can see here that every few stitches, I'm going to lift my presser foot and just gently rotate my fabric so that I can get around this curve nice and neatly. I have left this part of the video in real time so that you can see how I'm doing this. If this is a new skill for you, it might be great to practice it on some scrap fabric. You may also wish to glue based or use some fusible web to tack the applique shape down so that it moves less while you are stitching it in place. And here you can see what it looks like when it's finished, and you can see that I just have caught right along the edge of the applique shape. So I'll do that for both of those circles and trim the edges off just like I did before with the extra Dresden plates. And you can see here that now I'm moving on to my zipper. So I've created some zipper tabs, and we've gone over this before in several other videos, and you can just follow the directions in the pattern for this step. Note that my zipper is about 1 inch shorter than the exterior top width, and I've centered it along the exterior top edge. And I'm going to clip it in place along with my lining. And I want to point out that when you're sewing the zipper, you're going to want to occasionally stop and move that zipper pull out of the way so that you can get a nice straight seam using your zipper foot. If you'd like to top stitch, this would be the time to do so. So press the lining and exterior away from the zipper and then sew along that edge to keep everything nice and neat. To finish the pouch, you're going to stitch around all sides and leave a hole in the lining so that we can turn it right sides out. And so you can see here that I'm just gently turning the pouch right side out, and I'm going to push out the corners of both the zipper tabs as well as the bottom corners, and just carefully manipulate everything so that it gets nice and neat. Once you have the pouch turned right side out, you'll close the hole in the lining by hand or machine. I usually just take it to the machine and top stitch that close, shove the lining back in. And I want to show you these cute little pouch club zipper pulls that we have that we created with Moda. And these particular ones are acrylic, so they're really nice and lightweight. And I love that the Dresden pull goes really well with this particular pouch. So I'm going to hook that on here. They have a little lobster clasp, which makes that really easy to do. And then that just adds a little extra fun touch to your pouch project. For links to the pattern and these cute zipper pulls, check out the video description below and be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.